I got Whitley coming down here to help keep me straight because I don't do evictions. Maybe I should. You know what I need? I need a different setup. So, eviction process. Whitley's coming to shout from the crowd. Are you gonna get on camera with me? No, you don't have to. You don't want to. Whitley, what's the first step of the eviction process?
First step,
Yeah.
first you got to see if they even pay rent. And then you send them a 3-day notice and print it out, certified mail. And
Hold on,
post it to
slow
the-
down, slow down, slow down. We gotta write it down.
Oh, God.
While DJ stares
Let
at
me-
us from his graduation
Let me
picture.
write it because you write like shit.
Whitley's gonna write it.
And you're going to answer.
I ain't answering shit. These distracting ass calls can wait. So what's first process? So this is from the pain. The pain. First thing is they don't pay rent. Okay. So rent's due on the 1st, late on the 5th. The very first thing that you got to do, and it seems like common sense, but we didn't do it. Well, call. But after they don't answer,
Ask where's rent, bitch.
ask where's rent. But after all of that, the first thing you got to do is go by there and make sure that they're not already moved out. This is one step that we were missing that was costing us tons of money, because what we would do is Whitley's sitting here in the office and she's calling and texting. You can't get a hold of nobody. We go through the process of getting an eviction and we're way out all over the place. We're all spread out. As soon as we get there to go to the eviction court, which takes how many days before?
Oh, it could take a while, depending on what
So-
precinct we're in.
Could be a couple of weeks. You show up and they're already moved out. Not only they move out, but they clean the unit. It's a rentable unit there. So make sure
They're out.
that they're still living there before you go to file the eviction. Now, at that moment in time, you do what next? Post notice
Post notice.
and
Post notice to, we'll print it, we send it to their email. Then we print them out, tape them on the front door, and we send them certified mail.
all three. This is happening on the 6th. So 5th, they don't pay. The 6th, we're doing this. Do you know what what certified letter cost?
Robin, how much is a certified letter? One.
$6 and some change.
So that's $6. $6. Very, very, very much worth it. Now, how many times have you lost an eviction court? How many times?
Once.
Why'd you lose?
Because we don't have a lease with them and we have to do a 30-day notice.
We didn't give proper notice. Now, we've lost in Fort Worth because we didn't get proper notice too. So if you don't have a lease, this a 3-day notice will suffice for if you do have a lease. It's a 30-day notice if you don't have a lease. Don't try to explain the rules to the judge if they tell you you're wrong. Just figure out the way they want it done and do it that way. Whitley was a little upset that day when she got her ass handed to her in eviction court because she didn't send the proper notice. Now, if you take it back in foreclosure, a 3-day notice will suffice. That's one of the only times. I don't know the law, but I know that if you take it back in eviction court, you can give a 3-day notice, not have to give a 30-day notice, even though you don't have a lease. Although it will depend on the judge. So, post notice, front door, certified letter, send in an email, 30-day notice, and no lease. Now, when you post on the front door, what do?
Take a picture, for sure.
Take a picture.
Because they'll rip it off and say they didn't get it.
Take a picture. So, you can also send this to a courier. You can send it.
This doesn't have to be certified mail either. It can be first class. But we do certified.
Learn something new every day. All right. So now, you're given the notice. What next, Whitley?
You get to fill out all the beautiful paperwork of which precinct it goes to, in what county.
In what county? But then what? So now you're going to pay their court costs at that time. How much is it typically?
131.
131. Fill out all the correct paperwork to get on the docket, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the docket, the lovely docket. Court's really informal. Y'all seen me and Whitley at court with me with a picture of Whitley on it. It's like it happens like in a judge's chambers. It's not like normal court. Sometimes it happens in a room. Sometimes it happens in a hallway. Your tenant shows up. They don't show up. Doesn't matter. You're going to end up with a judgment, correct?
Correct.
So if you win, you end up with a judgment. What happens after you get the judgment? So the judge says, "Yeah, you got to move out, bro." What happens next?
So they'll give you a judgment of 5 days, but it does not include the day that you go to court. And it does not include Saturday or Sunday. Only business days.
So 5 days that the person that just got kicked out has to appeal. Now, you wait the 5 days. During that time, they can go back and appeal, but they're going to have to put up a bond.
It's
Most
usually 5%.
the bond is 5%.
Most the 4 precincts that we go to are 5% of whatever rent cost is.
So they'll have to put up a bond, which means they're going to have to come up with some money. If they lose the second time in eviction court after they appeal, then you get the bond. So most people are not going to appeal, but it's still a 5-day wait. Now, number 6, what do you go for then, Whitley? Typically at this point, they're gone. All right. Now, if they are gone, if they've vacated the premises, what would constitute having to get a writ? Like, why would you get a writ if they've already left? And when would you not get a writ? Like, where do you draw the line at?
If it's just trash, like if you know it's household trash, because pizza boxes, whatever, left around, there's no sense in paying $110 for a writ.
Well, let's say there's a love seat in there.
There's a love seat, then yes, you would file a writ because they could most definitely come back and sue you. Or you could just say, what love seat? If you left the doors unlocked, maybe a squatter came and got it. Who knows?
We don't know.
Nobody
Allegedly.
knows. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. So the extra $110 is assurance that you won't get sued. Maybe you do get sued, maybe you don't get sued. We've yet to be sued, but we do get writs quite often. Y'all seen me last Friday, I think it was Friday, walking a property, had a cat in it. Today, Blake Bowman, group member, did the writ there with the constable and removed the guy's stuff. In that situation, when we go into that house and his bed's in there, his pots and pans are in there, his cat's in there, we're going to do a writ because it just doesn't. Now, so you get a writ, constable shows up, knock on the door, constable decides what you throw away, what you don't. Typically, they want you to have black trash bags to put all the loose belongings in. Set the stuff on the curb.
Correct.
Whatever the constable says, all of this goes on the curb. How long does it have to stay on the curb?
I think it's 24 hours.
24 hours. 24 hours on the curb. Then you can throw it away, take it home with you, whatever. There are some things you can do in between these, like if you do find the unit abandoned, you can put an abandonment notice on. There are different ways you can do this, but we're just talking about the eviction. Now, to turn this unit from eviction, the reason why I was thinking about this is because earlier today, DJ's sitting there, he's giving me old goofy face, and he's trying to figure out what to do. Blake's and Tyler, and that unit is clean. It just needs to be clean. So from here, you're going to make ready. Now, I'm down here on this end of the office. Willie's down there on that end of the office. And I'm saying, rent number 7. Rent number 7, because I hear on the phone and Tyler, and she says, I can't for 24 hours. Why'd you believe that?
Because, I don't know. I guess because we filed the writ and all the stuff's outside.
I don't know. But I'm like, rent number 7, because it's clean, and she's getting the 24 hours. But here's the point. From there, as soon as that stuff's outside, if you got a tenant waiting there, they can move in. The other thing about that is, like, it seems like common sense to me, but while we're sitting there, I'm like, DJ, we got number 7, it's ready. Yeah. Blake's doing the set out, correct? Yes. Does he have a for rent sign? Is he going to put a for rent sign in the yard? We never put a for rent sign in the yard. We always forget. And it's, how many units do you lease off a sign in the yard?
Usually more.
More. People drive where they want to live. Their neighbors are sitting there And now they don't even know it's going vacant. They don't know what's going on. They don't know it's going to be rented. They don't know if it's going to be sold. Boom, for rent sign hits. They call their cousin, hey, come over here. The house next to me's for rent. So as soon as you get the stuff set on the curb, you're going to have your people lined up to clean. You need to have your electricity ready to be on, your water ready to be on, so they can get in there and clean. And you get that unit made ready. Hopefully, then all you got to do is clean it, minor repairs. If there's any city inspections, then you would get it ready for the city inspections and get a for rent sign in the yard.
And pictures to post.
And pictures. Whitley, do we forget pictures?
Yeah, I don't have not a one
On that one?
on that one. I have a video of you walking around while it's trash, but that's not gonna work.
So Blake didn't get you any pictures. Blake, if you're watching, we need pictures. And number 7. The reason I didn't take pictures the other day, it wasn't going to do no good. It was trashed. But today it's clean. What's this process? How long does this take if it goes perfect?
Usually the longest it takes is about 2.5 weeks.
If it goes perfect.
If it goes perfect and the precinct is not like a big county. Just depends.
How long does it take in Fort Worth?
Oh God. Month.
Month.
Maybe.
You got to think about it like this. Think about every day. If that unit rents for $300 a month, and that's $10 a day. Every day that you're losing that this process is going on. Not to mention we're at $6 certified mail and about $230. No, $250.
The most, I think it's Harlingen. Harlingen is $190 to file for an eviction.
And then the writ is an additional 100.
No, it's an additional 209.
So $400, at least $400. In the most expensive, the least expensive, about $250. This is just the reality, but this is a lot faster for the other people out there that are saying, "Oh man, I'm so glad I got to do owner finance and this and that." Owner finance, we went through a 2-year, almost 2 years to the date, bullshit to get this process done. So we lost 2 years worth of rent. It'll take forever to get that back. That unit is in clean. We got it rented.
Mhm.
Is that Section 8 inspection
Section
happened
8.
yet?
It'll happen 22nd.
So we got a Section 8 tenant going in, inspections taking place. We always wait on the Section 8 when we know it's going to be a Section 8. You can have that thing perfect. The inspector's still going to find something. So we're going to let him do the inspection. We'll replace the carpet, but we're going to let him do the inspection and tell us what we need to fix. That way we only have to go through that process once, only have to get contractors out once, all of that. We knew it needed carpet, but the rest of it, as far as what they're going to require, we're going to wait for the Section 8 inspection. So this is it. Willie, want to say anything to the 10 weirdos that are watching us this afternoon while we wait for Emery to get off the bus?
No.
All right.
Just be sure you take these steps.
Well, allegedly. If the love seat gets stolen, it gets stolen. There's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do.